For the second year in a row, the Massachusetts Housing Finance Agency has awarded East Boston Savings Bank and Mount Washington Bank with the Special Achievement Award as the top minority lender for Massachusetts in 2013. Now, originating 59 mass housing loans with 51% going to minority borrowers, both East Boston Savings Bank and Mount Washington have worked in continuing to be successful partners in community lending and banking. To tell us how they've been able to do it, we've invited Mount Washington Bank President Ed Merritt to the program this morning. First of all, buenos dias. Good morning.
Great to be here, Alberto. Good to see you.
Good. More good news from the community, right?
Great news.
Good.
Great news.
I want to get right into it because being named Minority Lender of the Year for the second year in a row for both banks, what does that mean? What does that really mean?
Well, I think what it means to us is the fact that we're doing a really good job connecting with our customers in our communities. You know, we're a bank that we have lenders in our branches. We talk a lot about being present in the communities. And by being present and being out there networking with people, we're getting a chance to assess a lot of the credit needs within the communities we serve. And part of those needs really service the low and moderate income borrowers of the communities that we take care of.
Yeah. Now, Mount Washington Bank and East Boston Savings Bank, I remember when the merger occurred about 4 years ago already. So tell me about how that merger has gone. How has that benefited the community? How has it benefited the staff? I mean, because from all indicators it's been a successful merger.
It really has. It's been a remarkably successful merger. I think it really goes back to the vision of Dick Gavignano, our board chairman, and the board of East Boston Savings Bank, really initiating a merger in which they allowed us, Mount Washington Bank, to retain our name and our identity in the neighborhoods that we serve. As a result of that, we really haven't lost any customers. In fact, our business and our size just of Mount Washington Bank has doubled since the merger. In terms of deposit growth, in terms of lending capabilities and capacity, we're servicing a much broader segment of our market. And really, since the merger, things have gone fantastic.
Yeah. Now, I think you guys were also ahead of the curve in recognizing the demographic change. I mean, the East Boston Savings Bank folks, I mean, they were smack in the middle of that change in East Boston.
Right.
And you and the other branches, JP, Dorchester, and all that, I mean, you understand the changing demographics that has, you know, we heard so much in the election, but you from a local economic point, you kind of were talking about this before they were talking about it.
Yeah, and really, again, I'll go back to the point I made earlier. It's about being present and really understanding what's happening in the neighborhoods that we support, and really realizing that every neighborhood that we're in, whether it be the South End, Jamaica Plain, West Roxbury, Dorchester, any neighborhood that we're in, we understand who's there, what we need to do to service the customers and the prospects that we're going after for new business.
I've always said you are a very enthusiastic bank president. I know a lot of these guys, they're all enthusiastic. None don't want to take anything away from your buddy Bob Rivers and Bob Gallery and so forth. Those are fun guys too. But I mean, when you see a bank president dancing like with the stars, which I saw you like about 5-6 years ago, you had that look. I mean, you really like getting into the community.
Well, I do. I enjoy part of what I love about my job is meeting so many different people and connecting with so many different people. You know, and as I've always said, to be a great place to bank, you have to be a great place to work. So I really, truly believe that making the job fun, making going to work every day fun is really important. And what's made our merger with East Boston Savings Bank so great is there's another franchise that has the same value from that perspective. But yeah, I enjoy being out there and being in the community.
Oh, we've seen you a lot. You're usually the tallest guy in the room.
Yeah,
sometimes.
well, I'm hard to miss.
Viewers, you know, you get the camera shot of you, okay? So you're going to be on camera right now. Now, if you stood up, how tall are you?
6'5".
6'5", okay. And you must have played basketball in Worcester.
I did. I played basketball when I was in high school, and I realized that when I got out of high school, I was on the tail end of a mediocre career. Let's put it that way.
But you're from Worcester, right? So shout out to
I'm originally from the Worcester area.
Worcester area. I always remember you from that because you're a very proud guy about that. Now, a lot of folks, small businesses, now I know you did a lot with mass housing, but you also have a wider range of potential customers, right?
Right. One of the things we're proud of is we do a lot of small business lending. We do a lot of community development lending, which last year, for example, we did over $200 million in community development loans at our company between East Boston Savings Bank and Mount Washington Bank. And what those loans are loans that support and help the low and moderate income segments of the communities that we serve. So again, we take a lot of pride in doing that. And we believe that there's a lot of really good business out there to be had, and we're continuing to pursue that.
Yeah. Well, listen, I want to thank you for coming by this morning. It's always a pleasure to have you here, Ed.
Great to be here.
And always when you give us good news.
All right.
So
thank
congratulations to everybody over at East Boston Savings Bank and Mount Washington.
you. Thank
Great
you
stuff.
very much, Alberto.
All right,
I
my
appreciate
friend.
it.
Okay, when we come back, the epic story of American servicemen and their heroic efforts to rescue 30,000 South Vietnamese in what is considered one of the few positive stories of the Vietnam War. Stay tuned right here on Urban Update.